Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We're back with Football Manager 2019 and Eastern Resurgence with Berliner FC Dynamo, and today we kick off Season 8 with the club. It's our second season in the Bundesliga. Last time we had our last couple of games of the season. They didn't end too well, but we were safe with about 4 games to go, so we didn't really have much to play for except for maybe a higher rising position. We ended up finishing 13th, which I think is a fantastic finish. So this season, initially we're just going to try and stay up again and then see where we go from there. We'll try and finish high if we can, but I think it's going to be a while before we start breaking into, the real sort of top teams. I think it's going to be a few years. But today, we're going to take on Stuttgart in our first game of this season, a team that only just stayed up last season as they won their relegation playoff. But before that, we've got some transfers to go through. I'll take you through the friendlies very briefly and the cup game we played. So we'll start, as always, with the players that have left the club at the end of their contract. A few youth players in here that you've never seen, but the two key players we're looking at, Andre Ablinger, just didn't really play very much and just probably wasn't actually good enough for us. He had a good potential, but it was like 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. But at 23 years old, it wasn't likely he was going to realise that. He played 16 matches last season, only 6 starts. And then the German-Italian Fabio Paradisi has left the club. He had a real breakthrough season a couple of years ago. 10 assists. This was a season that he was just fantastic. 3 goals and 10 assists. Really, really good. And then this past season, not had too much involvement and got 3 assists. Still got a decent rating and had a lot of appearances off the bench. But he had that one really good season, so we've got a good amount out of him, I think. We've had a sale from a player in our second team, which is on a different screen. So if you go to your second team and then go to transfers, anyone that's in the second team that gets bought will be in here. So Benny Vescuren was bought, and this was out of my hands. The director of football decided to accept this deal. It's quite a lot of money. Eintracht Frankfurt bought him. £1.4 million. We only had him for a season. Bought him for $500,000, so it's profit. I'm not overly disappointed, but if the director of football is selling players from under my nose, I'm not happy about that. So those are the only players that are left for money. So we are trying to sell some players, and we put some on the loan list as well, just so they can get some football. We'd still be paying their wages, but at least they're getting some football. So Bernard Hendel is one, a keeper that doesn't want to play for us anymore. He wants a new challenge, but we can't sell him. We can't let him go because no one's interested in him. So we offered him out for loan. And TSV Hartberg, which is a team in Austria, who I think loaned him last season, but didn't play him for half a season and got relegated as well. I've got him on loan. Dominic Deininger's gone. We brought a new right back, so we didn't really have a need for Deininger. He's gone to Roda in Holland for a season. And then Sven Thiel, another goalkeeper, a young one this time, though, 19 years old, got a decent potential. He's about the level that Paradisi was, I think. And he's got some decent attributes, but again, not going to get you too much. He's gone to Lokomotiv Leipzig for the season. So, moving over to the left-hand side, 6 players have joined the club so far. There's about a week left, and there's a couple of players that we're still looking at getting in that we're in the process of agreeing contracts for. As you can see, I've moved stuff around, and we have 23 million in the transfer budget, and wage budget 125k a week. So, that's too much money. We can't spend that now, because if we're going to start paying people £20,000 a week, what's going to happen to all the players we have now that are on like £3,000-4,000? It's ridiculous. I'll show you my wages in a minute. Let's go through these players. So we'll start off with Carlo Menga, who's a central midfielder. There's a lot of youth that we're buying, because if we've got all this money to spend, we're going to spend it on youth. We need some first team players, obviously. But a lot of these players are players that are going to be in the second team and that have a good future. So Carlo Menga, 17-year-old central midfielder. He has Congolese nationality as well. £120,000 from Fortuna Düsseldorf. And yeah, he's a playmaker. He's got some very good attributes, actually. Physically, he's very good. Got some very good mentals in there as well. He's unambitious, so determination's not too good. Good passer with the ball, decent first touch. He can shoot from range as well. Yeah, looks like a solid sort of central midfield option, and if we are in big trouble in central midfield, we can bring this guy in probably. He did come off the bench, I think, in our cup game recently. For the first team, we've signed a defensive midfielder. I think he will play as a central midfielder, maybe as a ball winner or a carrilera. Essentially going to be replacing Nad McConnell, who's not going to be in the team anymore. We still have him, but I'm not going to play him. And he is a German central midfielder. He is part Polish. And we got him from Holstein Kiel. £650,000 is the fee. He's not been great in the second division, but I think we can make use of him. Again, got some good attributes. Very well rounded, actually. Marking, passing, and tackling, all pretty good. Mentally, very balanced. Again, determination's not too bad this time. He's not great off the ball, but again, some good 12s and 13s in there. And then physically, again, very well rounded, fairly ambitious. So, yeah, looks like a decent option for that sort of central midfield. At right back, so we've sent out Deininger and we've brought in this guy. A bit of experience. The oldest player in our team is Gotaku Sakai, 34-year-old. He is all over the place with his nationalities. He's got Japanese, German and American nationality. He's been playing sort of in Japan and in Germany. Started off at a Niigata Unicorn. He's been in Stuttgart and Hamburg and Frankfurt. And Frankfurt making a big loss on him after 3 seasons. They paid $5 million for him. And we're going for £200,000. And at 34, like, his pace isn't all there, but very professional. As you can see, the mentals are all brilliant. They're all 12s, apart from off the ball, at least. Technically, again, a good crosser of the ball, so it can be a good wing back. Good tackler, decent passer. Natural fitness is still brilliant at 34. He might not be as pacey as much, but still very fit. So I think a very good option. I think Kircher might have some trouble staying in the team, and he's spoken to us about that. He's not happy about this signing because he thinks it's a replacement. I mean, he's 34. He's not replacing you, mate, like at all. 34 years old. He's got 2-year contracts and he'll be gone again, and you'll probably still be here. Another youngster for central midfield, which is the area that we don't really have any good youth. So I brought another one, and it's Igor Milikovic, who is a German and also Serbian nationality. Can play as a central midfielder or a Metzala. Some good, some bad attributes. Decent personalities, balanced, stamina, acceleration, not bad free kicks, good technique. He's got a long way to go. Like, this player, I doubt will actually feature for us in the first team. I don't think he's going to reach that because his attributes aren't very good. But he signed from 1860 Munich for £220,000. Another young central midfielder, this is Gil Baton, who is Belgian. He was signed for KRC Genk for £900,000. Again, attributes are sort of here and there. Low determination again, but very pacey, very brave, good decisions. Leadership's all right, and his work rate's all right. His vision's good. Good passer of the ball. Technicals, other than that, not great. But 2.5-star current ability. He was a bit ahead of our other midfield options at the moment, Baton. And then by far our most expensive signing so far, Bernard Strubel, is a right winger. Going to be playing sort of behind Hollerback, and we also have Ackershot that can play now because he's 17. So Kevin Ackershot is going to get some game time this season, definitely. But £4.4 million in total for Strubel. That is, I think, about just over £1 million now, and then the rest is paid over the next 2 years in instalments every 6 months. He looks fantastic. He's only 18 as well, and he's got 3.5-star current ability. Dribbling 15, first touch 15, good leadership, pacey, good agility, good balance, fairly ambitious. Yeah, this looks like it could be a good signing, and he's only 18 as well. He's on a 4-year contract, and he could be fantastic. And if that's the case, then it's going to be bye-bye Hollerback, because he's not scored a single goal so far in 2 seasons, and he's got about 8 assists, so he hasn't done well. Strubel is waiting in the wings. So this is every player we have in our first team and our second team. So a lot of these players, aren't good enough for the first team. Guys like Doom, Bar and Meyer, not good enough. So, yeah, you can see the players that we've been signing. £12,000 a week for Sakai, $10,000 for Stanilewicz. So some of the guys that have got contracts that are running out, we have renewed. So Demelt is now on $8,000, Rakuli's on $9,500, Kohler's on $8,000, Kircher's on $7,500. So we're slowly building these wages up, and yeah, that's going to be because, the new players we sign are going to be sort of earning like £10,000 a week now. So all these guys down here, like Selkos is on 2.5. He's due a new contract probably, and he's going to want one. And then we'll be paying him probably sort of higher up, like maybe about 5. He'll be like doubling his wages. So our squad's massive at the moment, and it's because we can't sell anyone because nobody wants our players. And, Grisel is listed for transfer, McConnell's listed for transfer and loan, but nobody wants them, not even for loan. So at the moment, you've got almost £6,000 a week that's just going to be sitting back and not playing any football, which in the whole, in the wage budget we have, that's not a lot. That's not a big hole. So if no one wants them, I've got no problem just leaving them just leaving them wherever they want to be and just let them have six grand a week to do nothing, because we can't sell them. Friendlies went very, very well. We played a lot. We played 8 friendlies, and yeah, as you can see, we won them all apart from a draw against Vienna. I played one competitive match off screen, and it was a 3-0 away win in the German Cup first round against Ireland in the second division. Tougher opposition than we've had before, and we beat them 3-0. We've got a draw in the second round against 1860 Munich, so we could get something there, but they beat us on the final day of last season. But then we were already safe by then, and I think we were already at the beach, so I'm not reading into that too much, but hopefully we'll get through to the third round for the very first time. Ingo Markowski got the first goal on the half-hour mark. Good finish by the left-back, and then almost instantaneously we made it 2-0. Dominic Prestoff with a goal from just outside the 18-yard box, making it 2-0. And then it was 3-0 on 39 minutes, 3 goals in the space of less than 10 minutes, and it was Tim Demelt from central midfield again getting the goal. And we were 3-0 up by half-time. Ireland went down to 10 men on the hour with Uran Taki getting sent off. We didn't get any more goals. We were 3-0 up, and we just decided to sit back and take it easy. Played some youth in the second half. I brought on Menga and Akashot on the hour. And yeah, they were okay. Menga did pretty well. Akashot was okay, like for his first sort of senior match. And yeah, it was a comfortable 3-0 win. Ireland put some shots away, but they really didn't create anything in this game. Let's jump into the first game then. I don't want to make this too long, this video. So let's jump into the game at home against Stuttgart, who stayed up. They won their relegation playoff last season. So let's go into the team selection. So any players that are missing. So Sally Karabalou is suspended for this game. I think it's because he got 10 yellow cards in the last season, so he's suspended for this match. And we also have Franke out injured. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks with a calf injury. Cam goes out for a few weeks with an ankle injury. And that's it. So this is the team we're going to go for our first game of the season. So Ricardo Mercuri will play in goal. He's still okay. 2.5-star current ability. Back four of Ingo Markowski, Joao Ricciuli, Georgie Twins, and Tim Kircher. Ahead of them, you've got Max Kohler, Dominic Presthofer, Tim Demelt, and Bernard Strobel making his first league match appearance. And then up front, I'm going to go with Sergio and Max Fuchs today. Brajnic's going to be on the bench. We have Andreev as well, of course, and Zephy, but I don't know how much they're going to feature. Going to start off on balanced. Got shorter passing, high tempo, expressive, play for set pieces. I'm going to work the ball into the box. Focus play down the flanks. Counter and counter press. Distributes to the fullback. Short kicks. Wide defensive line. High defensive line. Tighter marking, get stuck in. But we beat Stuttgart 4-1 towards the end of last season. Good win. Robert Zili was in goal. Mustafi had a horrible game and he's on the bench today. Okay, let's get off to a good start, please. Usually we're pretty good in these opening fixtures. We'll see how this goes. Okay, going up to 20 minutes. Still waiting for our first highlight, but plenty of possession. And we haven't allowed them a shot on target yet. We're going to go positive and we'll see what we can do. But nothing has happened yet. We're at half hour and we've yet to see a highlight. And here we go. First highlight of the game. But it is Stuttgart with possession. Akanak got the ball. And here's Tete and Anton. Scheuer. Tete gets it again. And Wolfsguide now. And Stuttgart actually making the first attack here. And, well, good save by Mercuri. But actually, he should never have been allowed to shoot there. And he got away from his defender. And the one highlight goes Stuttgart's way. But there's a throw in late on here. Last minute of the half. The ball is given away, but Demelt's got it back, and Kircher could put a cross in here maybe. Fuchs, and Sergio's at the far post. How did he miss that? He was about 3 yards out. Okay, for some reason it didn't let me do a team talk. Or is it going to let me do it now? No. What's going on? I can't do a team talk. Okay, that was strange. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but I couldn't actually give my team a team talk. But half time. It's not been the greatest of matches. We had a big chance there though, but they've had a chance as well. So we've been the better team by far. We had possession, we've had more efforts, but it's still goalless. There's still time to get something. There's still half a match to go. Striker's really not doing too much. Let's make Fuchs an advance forward. Strebel's been a bit quiet. Demelt's not really done much. But we'll go into the second half. I'm not going to change anything yet apart from that. And let's see what we can do here. I want to win from this one. We'll have to try and make it a good start. And we'll see how we do. We'll struggle with a cross here, and there could be a goal very early on here, but Sergio's header is well wide. Need to win this game, really. I want to get off to a good start, but it's been close so far, despite us having lots of the ball. and more shots. But Stuttgart, they're threatening. And we're on the hour. It's been a poor game. And we're on an hour. Let's make a change. Sergio's not done much. We have Brasnic on the bench. Maybe we'll change Sergio up to a different role. Let's try Sergio advance forward. Fuchs poacher. Move Kohler up a bit. Can Strubble play deeper? Yeah, but not great, but that's fine. We'll do that. But it hasn't been a fantastic match, this one. We've seen very few highlights. With 20 minutes left. Yeah, this is it's not a concern. It's only the first game of the season, but we haven't really created anything. I haven't made any subs yet. We've got 10 minutes left. It's not been great, has it? Strubble's going to come off. We're going to bring on Holler back. Sergio's going to make way for Brasnic. I don't know how we've had 20 shots and yet we haven't got a single goal. I can't explain that. Last change, Demelt's going to come off. Staniluic is going to make his debut. Ball winner. Oh no, central midfield. Yeah, central midfielder support. We'll leave him as the same thing. Are we really going to have a goalless draw for the first game of the season? Are you... That's disappointing. That is annoying. I don't like goalless draws. That happened last season. Our first game was a goalless draw, but that season we were expected to get relegated. I mean, it's a good result. Again, it's going to be a case of every point's going to count, but that was a boring match. I don't think there was a single highlight in that second half. I wasn't happy, but I wasn't unhappy. I'm going to say unlucky. That's not really worked. Defending was good. I'll give them that. We played well. We just couldn't finish our chances. So, if anything, not happy with finishing. There we go. So, 15,500 attendance. The stadium expansion is only a few days away from being done, though. So, once that's done, hopefully we'll end up getting about 19,000. So that's fantastic. The facilities are almost finished as well. The training facilities and the youth facilities will be done in about a month. But not the greatest start to the season. I thought we could have won that one and maybe should have won that one. We had chances, just didn't finish them. But a solid start, and we will just try and get some wins off screen. I think we got some good games. Nuremberg, who got promoted, and Leverkusen didn't do too well last season. Werder Bremen, Cologne, and 18-16 minute. But next time, we're going to take on Borussia Dortmund. We haven't faced them in a live game yet, so we'll do that. And they have not been doing too well in the past few years. They had a couple of seasons where they got 10th and 9th. They did get 5th in the end of the season, so I think they've probably got into Europe. But we haven't faced Dortmund in a game on camera yet, so now's a good time to do it. And then after that, I don't know what we're going to do after that. But we'll try and get some wins off screen, 5 games, and we'll see how we do. The media prediction, by the way, no surprises to see that we are expected to finish bottom again. But you've got 4 teams there on 1,000 to 1. We've got us alongside 1860 Munich and the 2 promotees, Nuremberg and Ingolstadt. Again, we're just going to have to try and upset the odds and stay up. But I'm going to leave it there. Not the greatest start to this season. I mean, it's a good point. But I want to be winning matches. I want good matches. I don't want goalless draws in my games on camera. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. We're going to take on Borussia Dortmund, and we'll see the last of our signings. There's about a week left in the transfer window, so there may be more than you've seen. And we'll see how we do off screen. We need to pick up some wins. Going to try and finish higher than 13th for the season. Initially, let's just try and stay up again. But the end goal for us this season, try and get higher than 13th. Because we could have done last season, but we sort of slipped up at the end. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.